Ethan says, hey, Bradley, I just bought an exact match domain via GoDaddy, which seems to have an active rank and rent site on it. Really, how do you buy a domain on GoDaddy with an active site on it? That's interesting. I thought that if it was available in GoDaddy, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I've never seen that. I always thought that if it was available in GoDaddy, it was basically, not hosted or anything. That's interesting. I've never heard of that. The site ranks top 10 for keywords in their niche, where the average client value is 5 to 10K. Wow, that's good. According to the Internet Archive, the site has looked the same for the past 10 years, except for including a different local home service business name and or phone number about 5 years ago. What would you do in my situation? That's a great one. I'd probably, if it's already ranking in the top 10, I think you said, yeah, for keywords in their niche, and it looked like it had remained unchanged for all those years, why not rebuild the site? You know what I mean? Like with the same content, same page structure, everything else. And then you modify it. Just restore the site, which you can do from Wayback Archives. It's kind of a pain in the ass, or just rebuild the site with whatever site builder, page builder, WordPress, whatever it is that you want to use, but then basically try to recreate the site and the pages, etc. And then what I would do is just, again, you can optimize it or brand it for whatever brand you want to use it for. If that's what you were planning on using it for, like a lead gen site or for, whatever, you rebrand it, obviously, but keep the page structure, and the content can be updated, but kind of keep the structure of the site, that kind of stuff. Something like that, guys, when you see was performing quite well, it just recently expired. It has still active and valid backlinks pointing to it. There's no reason to not pick that up and try to revive that, because you're much more likely to recover previous rankings that way, if that's clear. Something like that, again, it seems like you've done your research, Ethan. So that something like that for me, I would say would be worth the effort of rebuilding. When we first started Semantic Links, we were doing that actually. When we would hunt down domains, we would try to rebuild them with the previous structure and everything else. But if you try to do that from the Wayback Archives, it's a real mess. There's a ton of bloat in those files, guys. So I had my site build team, which is the same site build team I still use today. They're in India. They're great. They're the ones that build all of our rebuilds and stuff like that. Anyway, they were doing the like rebuilds from the Wayback Archives, and then I had them just do some what I call the rebuilds now, which are just single page HTML sites with various and random type of templates and structures to the page, etc. But we would just populate it with content, so it was like basically a one-page site. That's what we do with the rebuilds now. And I found that it was easier for my team, my site build team, to start from scratch than it was to try to rebuild with previous content from archive.org files, etc. And so it became more cost effective and more efficient for my team to deploy sites with new content with HTML. But in a case like this would be something where I would, to try to recover those rankings, etc., because those seem to be valuable. I would probably go ahead and spend the time to rebuild that site. That makes sense.